Alright guys, today we're going to do a deep dive into every single setting in this game related to Battle Royale. Now most of these settings carry over into MP, Zombies, whoever actually plays that, Undead Siege, God help us, and DMZ as well. With that said, I've got a feeling this one's going to do numbers, so if you're new here, I was ranked number 1 on the global leaderboards for multiple seasons, and I've been playing this game for nearly 7 years. So you're in good hands. Stick with me and let's get into it. Let's start with the Favorites tab, and make sure you've got BR mode selected at the top. Below that, you'll see Custom Layout, which is where you set up your buttons. We're going to skip that one because it's entirely personal. There's no right or wrong answer there. What I will say is this. Back in 2019 and 2020, I was playing up to 16 hours a day just to hold my spot on the leaderboards, and I needed a layout that was actually comfortable, so my hand still worked after for whatever else I needed. So if you're looking to make the jump from barely functioning 2-finger claw to 4 fingers, I've got my layout here for you. I'll make sure to point out which settings apply to you based on how many fingers you play with, so you won't come after me on my live streams to call me names. Now let's talk about shooting mode. Make sure you've got Custom selected on the right. Here's how it works. If you play 3 fingers or more, and you use 1 finger to ADS and another to shoot, set everything to hipfire. If you're on 2 fingers, set everything to ADS, except shotguns. That one stays on hipfire. Assuming I'm not speaking Chinese, and you understood this very clearly, let's move on to parachute style. Set that to slide to check around. Below, we have ADS. Set that on tap and hold to ADS if you play on 3 fingers or more, and if you play on 2 fingers, set that to tap to ADS. Now ignore everything below that, we'll be covering all of it later on. Head over to the Basic tab, and on the right side you'll see Aim Assist. That one stays on, no matter how good you think you are. Fixed R Fire button. Set that to fixed position if you're on 3 fingers or more, and track fire if you're on 2 fingers. Right fire button for camera rotation. Pay close attention here because this one matters. If you're on 3 fingers or more, you're not relying on your shoot button to control the camera. You've got 1 finger on ADS, 1 on shoot, and a third handling the aim. So this setting needs to stay off. Otherwise, every time you press shoot and move that finger slightly, it'll throw your aim off completely. If you're on 2 fingers, you're fine to turn this one on. Left joystick mode. Set that to left control. What that means is you can swipe anywhere on the left side of the screen to activate your joystick, rather than having to hit a fixed point. Much better than fixed position. Fixed virtual joystick display position. This one's down to personal preference, so I have mine set to off. If you leave it on, the joystick will appear right below wherever you press on the left side of the screen. I prefer mine locked to the bottom, so it doesn't get in the way of my field of view. Show left fire button. Keep this one on regardless of how many fingers you play with. This is your hip fire button.